All right, what is going on, everyone, and welcome back to another Black Desert video. So today we are at Dokkebi Forest because I heard this spot was actually pretty decent now with the change. So is it the Honglim replacement? Now, I understand people are like, oh, Dokkebi might be higher than, Honglim base and everything. But let's be real, the people who are grinding at Honglim base were like 320 AP anyway, so chances are you meet this requirement as well. And even if you don't, just get better crystals and then that probably covers it. But anyway, with that said, what we're going to be doing is testing it. According to Garmoth, it's pretty decent as well, and we'll see what we can do. Yeah, I'll just show you what I'm using before everything else. I'm overcapped, so we're going to just be using this. Species, I don't think actually matters here, so even no matter what I used, it wouldn't matter. And then that's about it. So using this one, artifacts, I'm going to be using target openings and my overcap setup, which is this one for more speed, health. I don't really think I'll need the health, but whatever, it is what it is. So anyway, if you've never grinded here, I have no idea what this spot is supposed to be like. So you see these spirits, right? You basically push them into the tower. And then sometimes you get knocked down. Okay, that was bad. But anyway, push them there, and then they spawn, and that's when your hour starts. So there's one mechanic that I am going to intentionally test is, when the Duoxini spawns, and you're supposed to get out of that, I am going to face tank it to see if it's still a one-shot. So if I die, it is what it is. But I'm testing it so you guys don't have to when that happens. So anyway, aside from that, this grind spot is basically a tower spot. And kill the ads. When there's blue flames, push them into the tower. Very similar to the Black Shrine boss. Oh yeah, let me turn this on as well. But yeah, overcapped here. And we're gonna see how many crystals and how much silver we can get. I don't actually know what the trash loot is. I kind of just saw the silver an hour, but not the trash loot part, so. Last time I think I grinded here was when this spot first came out. And it was actually really underwhelming because this spot was like, why would you grind here when you had old Honglim base, right? But with the change, we shall see what's different. But ultimately, for me, this is just a test. I don't think there's better spots for me to be at, so don't worry. I'm not taking the spot from you guys. Also, I know this is probably going to be like an hour-long video, so if you're thinking about like, oh, I don't have time, think of it like a solo podcast, and I'm just talking to you guys about current events of the game and everything. So pretty chill. You want to see the rotation? This is literally it. So ever since I did the video yesterday, or not yesterday, the other day about Elvia or Zekia, which is the strongest spot in the game, and I was just face tanking a lot of stuff, I'm like actually convinced that this one is easier now. So I think Duoxini should be spawning soon, unless they change the mechanic. It does feel a little bit slower than last time, but so do a lot of other spots, to be honest. I think classes with bigger AoEs always do better, and it's not necessarily the damage problem. It's just big AoEs pull everything together a lot faster, and that's about it. So play one of those classes, and you will be outperforming everyone else. That's a lot of red circles. Also, I'm kind of face tanking things because I think I can. If you barely meet the requirements here, maybe don't do that. I kind of like, I just want Dokkebi, the boss, to spawn just so I could face tank the thing. And with these, all you have to, the health bar is irrelevant. All you have to do is knock them into the tower. It's the Gumiho mechanic as well, so in case you have never done that one. All right, boys, Dokkebi is spawning. This is a one-shot. Let me... Okay, it's still a one-shot. All right, that's a good test. That's wild. Elvia or Zekia is face tankable now, but that one-shot mechanic is not. All right, so what this is basically anything that enters the blue circle is just like insta, kind of like the Gumiho effect from Honglim. So it's kind of like downtime. I don't think it matters, but I guess I should probably turn this on agile. Don't worry, guys. I tested that mechanic for you guys. Even if I ate 50 million elixirs just for that. Oh my god, processing is so slow. Bad things about tower spots, in my opinion, is literally the invincibility when they spawn for like 3 seconds. I understand why they do it, but it's just one of those things where in a fast-paced game, that actual 1 second of downtime, not great. So the only thing you can't face tank is Dokkebi Slam. Also, I'm running out of deep sea elixirs. I might have to go manually do underwater gathering again. Good lord. I thought I was done with those days forever. Like, underwater gathering, for anyone that has never done it, like, I'm Guru 37 gathering. It is one of the worst things I've ever done in gathering. And that's also including the tingling breath fairy thing where you could breathe underwater longer. It's not great. Oh, another one of those. Duoxini coming out. Do not eat bad. So blue circle again, just stand in the middle of it. If you can, try to pull everything in with you. Sometimes it doesn't work like that, so you just kind of have to push everything in, and then you're good. We'll get another one. Wait, there's something I don't have S knowledge on? I saw an A+. Oh, I think I do have. I think I do have S on everything. Sometimes I wonder what the point of the health change was. If they're gonna give everyone more AP and then scale it differently, wouldn't you think that instead of just making things tankier, you could do it a little bit better? Like, I don't know, add a new mechanic to each spot, make people alert and stay on their toes instead of just like, oh, I gotta do 2 combos on here. How much is the trash loot actually worth here? 52k. Not too bad. The Capra stones. About 15 minutes in, only got 10. Yeah, Capras aren't that good. Wait, I do have an A+ knowledge on something. Okay, interesting. I still think they should do something with knowledge in this game besides ecology bonus. Like, you know, actually get more rewards out of it. I think that would encourage players to go back to older spots again. Like, once you have S, there's no reason to do that again, but It's like, here, you have S knowledge. Now these enemies, you know, die quicker because of the change or something like that. That would be awesome. Maybe let's not stand in 3 red circles. Let's just do something else. How about we don't stand in bad? Boss time. Free silver. Actually, the Agris, which you guys can see on screen, hasn't gone down as bad as I thought it would be. I will admit, this is not exactly the most entertaining thing, but I literally can tab out and still get loot. I can feel the tankiness of these enemies. The hardest part is getting them to group up, and I think that's just, you know, a class issue, I'm not gonna lie. Get in the circle. Oh my god, these things are lame. Ooh, I gotta buy more harmony soon. I'm at 15 left. It's actually a lot of downtime. I could just think about my life when I'm here while enemies are just funneling in. Getting black stones. Downtime. I think back in the day they said, what was it, Honglim is supposed to be a 270 spot, but people with like 330 AP were grinding here, which is kind of concerning. That's a Pearl Abyss problem they have to fix. But this spot, if you're at like 330, I think you'll do fine, to be honest. I kind of wonder if Pearl Abyss forgot about the Elvia realm, because I think that would be a good thing. So I had this idea where, you know how they're trying to like kill off all the party spots? What they could do is make the Elvia realm for party spots. And you know how games like Diablo or Path of Exile, if you grind with other people, obviously the enemies are harder, but you get more loot and everything. Holy. I think Elvia realm should be used for that. So all the spots will be open. If you feel like grinding in a group, cool. You get more loot, but things are harder. Ooh. I feel like I should keep these damage reduction crystals. I think I have a few. Yeah, eventually I do want to get the Jin damage reduction crystals into accuracy ones, but they're kind of expensive to the point where they're like low on my priority list to get, but I do want them eventually, and if you have bonds, that's probably fine for now. Oh my god, I charged into that one early. War has broken out at the Termian Sandcastle Crasher. Papoos have emerged victorious for like the 18th time in a row. Not gonna lie, these don't even really hurt. I think you can stand in red and eat it, assuming you have at least tri-armors or tri-fallen god. Oh, that's knowledge. Huge. You know, I've always wanted to go for the max ecology thing. But at the same time, like, I actually don't care. It's not standing the triple Venn diagram of red. Waxini again. I don't think so. Isn't it like 250 for the Jin one? Oh, that's like 26 billion. Yeah, it's better to buy one. Literally, value is less. Because you need, this is the cost without the magical shards. I honestly think about testing Black Spirit Rage every now and then, just because I'm like so overcapped. I could trade off some AP for Black Spirit Rage, but then again, I don't know how good that is. It's like better than extra AP, of course, but at the same time, who knows? One of those things that is too expensive for me to test at this point. How much AP do you lose from here? I'll do it next time we go into downtime phase. Hello? I think this spot would be a little bit better if the things didn't have the like 1 second of invincibility when they spawn. If you can hit them on respawn, it should be the way it is. You know what I hope with Adania? I hope they come out with more XP spots that's not just Gyphon Underground. Because I would like to push 67 and beyond at some point. Even if it's like not really beneficial, it's just kind of like a flex thing. I would like to push 67, but not have to spend literally tens of thousands of hours doing that. All right, let's see. All right, let's see what the trade-off is. Self-obtainable Black Spirit Rage is plus 25% per crystal, and you lose 2 AP. That's actually not that bad, to be honest. So you would trade off like 10 AP, which is sheet AP. And if you're past, 310, you get a bonus. So that might be okay, but at the same time, it feels like if you have more than 3 of them, you're trading off kind of a lot. So one of those be careful with it kind of things, but I don't think it's bad. Maybe like 2 of them or like 4 of them to get 200. And yeah, I think like realistically, no one needs 6 of them. 4 of them is good enough. But let's see, if you were to trade off 8 AP for that one, you would be losing. You'd be losing 16 from reds, and then minus 8, and then you get 8 AP. It's like 64 monster AP. So 64 less. I think that's doable. I don't know if it's worth the 100 billion investment though, but I think it's fine to do. 4 of them at max. You don't go full 6. What in the world? Okay, so I think we used at least 2 of them. 2 harmonies so far. And we're at like... So I guess 1 more plus 6 minutes. And that's the hour. I don't know why the spot needs to be a 1400 recommendation, because like if you're at this gear score, you might as well just do Gold Pig Cave. But at the same time, like so like here's the spot. Dokkebi Forest 1400. And then at the same time, Golden Pig Cave is like 1500, and that one is think that's a little bit better. Fortunate is at least better. Yeah, it's one of those things that doesn't really make sense, but it is what it is. How much trash loot do we have? Like 21k so far, and we have about like 19 minutes to go. I will admit this spot is not as exciting as Honglim or Gold Pig Cave, but is it good is the question, and so far it seems okay. Agris is not that bad here. Ooh, another damage reduction. I like that. Group up. God, I wish I was a sage. Or a wizard in which just says fat AoEs. I hope Savior is really good. Everyone's hyped for that class, and you know, more or less to an extent, me too. Like, I want a normal class. I don't want Wukong. I don't want another Ascension. I don't want Deadeye that doesn't even fit into the game. You know, standard newer Valkyrie, female warrior. Sounds good to me. Buff DK 100. I think I'll say that forever, just buff DK 100 until they actually do it, because my god, it does like no damage. I just feel like all it does, the DK 100, causes me to die to bosses more than anything, because I'm locked in an animation, and it's like, oh, you can't cancel it. GG. It's over. So like, unironically, for like when I'm doing Calamity 9, 10 bosses, I actually have to lock my 100. That puts me in an animation that I can't cancel out of. Or I just have to use it at a random time so I don't pop it at a critical moment accidentally. I think the faster you could do this, the more trash loot you get. Get in the circle. Brother, what? They are standing in it. Oh my god, you gonna get in? Get in the circle? There we go. Actually, do I have any Black Spirit Rages? Should I keep this one? I don't have any. I should probably keep it. Just in case. I don't think the Juan or Bon one, like, this one is the one you really have to use Jin on. Like, obviously Jin is the best for everything. But I feel like you're better off just not using any wands here for PSR. What is DK 200? Oh yeah, this one sucks. The 200. I tried that Honglim once when the other Gumiho came in and it gives you like 200. I used it and it was like the slowest thing I've ever seen. I think the coolest 200 I've ever seen a class was Dracania one. It's like a carpet bomb. That one looks kind of cool, actually. Zerker 200 is kind of clean. Give me another crystal real quick. One time. Ooh, the spread of flames was not great here. Flame RNG. They were spread out. Uh-oh. Yeah, this spot is a lot of downtime, but at the same time, like, if you're just looking to, like, watch a stream, watch TV, watch a movie while you're grinding, this one is actually a good spot. The only thing you have to worry about is the dual Xeni slam every, like, 10 minutes or so. But aside from that, I literally have time to like melt down crystals, check the market. It's kind of funny, actually. Sometimes I do wonder. I don't even really know the other tower spots here. This is the spot that I've always grinded ever since day one when it came out. So if there's a better one, I would like to know. But again, I don't go out of my way looking for them. Oh, this is a decent spread. We got like 7 of them in one. Let's go. That was a good RNG. I don't know how to pull properly. I might have to do another hour or two here, just like off recording, learn this one better. But like, it seems straightforward. I just need to practice, to be honest. That's it. Watch a video of someone doing it properly. Or is it just a class issue? Uh-oh. The 100% is bad. Help. Okay, we're good. That was the level of panic I see when I popped that 100 and that thing was about to do the blue thing underground. That is what gets me killed in bosses. Alright, so according to my recording, we have about like maybe 6-ish minutes left because I was talking in the beginning, so yeah, I guess when we have like 4 minutes left on Harmony, I'll call that the hour. How much loot do we have? Bad RNG spread. I feel like those are like a wild swing of what spawns. Is it always the same pattern of like what spawns and what doesn't? Ooh, an accuracy crystal. I like those. I want to get a Jin one of those, but I'm not trying to pay 45 billion, not gonna lie, for that one. Maybe one day when they go down in price to like 30. All right, so I think we have 2 minutes left just because I don't remember from the Duoxini test. We lost the harmony. So probably like 2 minutes left of this one, and then we're done. You can literally get up and take a bath and break during this downtime. That was a solid minute or something. All right, I don't feel like doing those flames again. We're done. All right. Let me turn off everything. All in one preset next month. Lord have mercy. We need that. Okay. Calculator time. Let's see. 31,400. No coin. Just level 2 and Agris. How much is this worth? 52571. 52571. 1.65 billion. And then we got 6 crystals, so that's another 600 million. And then we got, if you turn these into Capris, that's another 30, so that's another like 270 mil. Yeah, about 2.5 mil. I think on average, assuming like we cut out the average amount of crystals you get, I would say this is about a 2 bill spot. So 2.5 bill on average, I think is, you know, pretty solid overall. It's not golden pig money, but it's probably competitive with Honglim, even if their gear score requirement is a little bit different. So what I wanted to check, like 1445, realistically, this is a tower spot. So even if you aren't at the full effective, like if you're barely meeting 1415, I think you'll be fine. It's simply because it's just a lot of downtime. You guys saw me waiting, and Honglim base is 950. So getting 1440 means you're like, I know this says it's a 335 spot. I think you get in with like 310, 315-ish. Just because of the amount of bonuses they give for past 315 or 310, that is. And then, yeah, it's not bad. It's just, it's better than Honglim. So 2.5 bill an hour, I think that's fine for the amount of like downtime you have. So I think that's okay. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I will see you guys later. Peace.